Ashes in the Breeze was a really fun one to write all together. I mean, Ian had the whole song pretty much structured out, ready to go, and we came in and just did our thing to it, added our stamp on it.
Dude, yeah, I've been in love with that song from day one.
Ashes in the Breeze is my response to Nick being in the band. Because Nick is a prolific songwriter, but also extremely talented at writing really catchy, hooky riffs. And it was sort of, kind of like a jolt of life for me as a guitar player, because I was like, I need to step up, and I need to start bringing those types of things to the table as well.
So for this song, I kind of wanted to take a more simple approach. I've noticed throughout our past couple song releases and album releases or EP releases that I've kind of done extra. I wanted to do the opposite thing this time around.
Another thing I really loved about making this song with these dudes is how sort of easy it was. Pretty quickly in our rehearsal space, it was just sort of like, okay, I want this to go here, I want this to go here. That sounds great.
In some ways, like a grungy glory metal song.
Shot from the mountain, what fool am I? I took your tongue.
Honestly, the image that comes into my mind is the bass player from Guitar Hero. He's just like sitting there vibing in the background with his hair, just like playing simple shit. That's exactly what I wanted to go for on this.
It did have some edge to it, and ending it with this massive epic breakdown, it was just almost this perfect marriage.
Has its own definitely not an in your face, not over the top vibe to it throughout the entire song, and then the outro just essentially has it's almost a whole new unique vibe that just smacks you in the face, and
it's almost like a dual.
Yeah.
It has a duality to it. The part one, part two sort of thing.
The one thing that I think I contributed to this song was the breakdown riff at the end. I can't remember if it was Ian or Eric or somebody. Someone said something like, we need some breakdown riff to go in here.
I think it was Eric made the suggestion of, hey, what would you guys think if we threw in a throwback early 2000s metalcore breakdown? Because that's just sort of that's part of the DNA of where we came from.
And I had this breakdown riff in my head. And let's just see if this fits. But I mean, it doesn't need to fit. You can just fucking make it fit. You're the ones writing the song, so who cares? But it worked. And Eric played this really cool, very early 2000s metalcore melody, just kind of gross melody over top of it.
I want to say our first attempt at being moshable. Something that I imagine the hardest crowd killer would crowd kill to. In 2006, of course.
Yeah, that's kind of our fun little, we get to pretend we're in Zayo for a little bit riff.
And I really think it made this song even more us, because I think a really big part and theme that we kind of consistently have throughout this album is not only are we going to represent who we are now, but we're going to represent our entire history together. Being, in so many types of bands in high school, kind of give me a kind of a tip of the hat to that.